Growing up, I always felt like there was this rush to get older and experience certain aspects of life. There's a lot of things I can name, but in today's specific example, I'm more referring to drinking and partying. I always felt like drinking was a glamorized thing throughout high school. Kids sitting there talking about going to parties and going to this person's house and that person's house to get fucked up. I never really understood the appeal of drinking at a young age, especially in my teenage years, but growing up in an environment that had an early exposure to alcoholism, I had an automatic bias towards alcohol. I don't know if you guys have ever been around drunks like on a regular basis, but that shit is like depressing as fuck. There's quite a handful of people in my life I can think of growing up where they were just constantly drunk, stumbling over themselves, embarrassing themselves at family functions, out in public, just getting absolutely wasted. They would go to work and just come home and get hammered. And it just immediately set me off from just alcohol as a bad thing. I don't want to involve this in my life. Once I got towards my late teenage years, around 18 years old, the I don't care phase started to kick in. I was not going through the best of times at the moment. And that's where a lot of my addictive personality started to show up. That's when I started getting addicted to things like weed and started experimenting with other drugs and alcohol being one of them. My addictions became a pretty prevalent part of my life. I would start to experiment with alcohol at certain family occasions, or I started to involve myself more into alcohol. And at first, honestly, it was great. Like, I had a lot of chill experiences, had a lot of fun times with family members, and just not going too crazy with it, not going overboard with it. But all of that was in moderation. It was never a regular occurrence. It was maybe once or twice a year, not overdoing it and being responsible with it. It can lead to some fun times. I recently just turned 21, and after going on a bit of a binge the past few months, going out partying and trying to gain some real life XP, treat my life as a video game, it has not been what it's chalked up to be. I love a chill party, having fun with the bros, getting geeked, but going out to bars and just bar hopping and overdoing it and getting hammered and plastered is just not it. I don't understand why it's glamorized in our society. This is gonna sound crazy, but they were cooking back in the day when they were going through with the prohibition. Like, there are beneficial things that can come out of alcohol. I'm not gonna sit here and demonize something. I do believe most things in life have some sort of good outcome or positive outlook on it if you twist it in a certain way and change your perspective and thought process on it. One of the biggest things alcohol has going for it is it can get you feeling looser. It'll definitely help you get out of your comfort zone and do things that you're not normally willing to do if you're sober. It can get you into more social situations you wouldn't be comfortable with, go out with different groups of people, or you can simply visit new areas and different towns and different bars that you wouldn't normally go to. It is a stepping stone to helping you get out of your comfort zone. It can lead to unforgettable memories. Like, I've had blasts in the past with friends going out drinking, especially the past few months. If you do it just right, if you have the right amount, if you don't overdo it, if you go with a good group of people, you can have a blast. There are a lot of unforgettable memories that I've created just by going out and trying to get some real life XP with the bros, bar hopping in the town that I live in. I've been going out quite a bit, and I won't lie, a lot of them were fun for me because I drank, a moderate amount. But I've seen my friends go absolutely hard as fuck and just have the terrible, no good, blacked out night and just feel like death the next morning. I never understood the point of getting blackout drunk or too drunk to where you're just throwing up. Like, I don't understand how people look forward to that on the weekend. Like, oh, I'm about to go out and get so fucked up. It's just like, what are you talking about? Like, you want to get so fucked up, you need to spend the whole weekend recovering. Like, the weekends are times for you to be productive and recover from the work week that you just endured. And you want to go spend it just recovering from a hangover. All right, this one might be a hot take. I'm not I'm not going to lie. One guilty pleasure I love from getting drunk is cigarettes. Drunk cigarettes, I don't know why. They hit like no other. They are fantastic. Now, obviously, you can't make a habit out of this. I'm not advertising this in a positive light, and I'm definitely not saying to do it because it can lead to some bad addictions. But if I'm out drinking with the bros and it's been a while, I am definitely taking a drunk cig. the stimulation of nicotine and alcohol feels way too good. Now I understand that's probably the little junkie in me, the little devil on my shoulder, riling me up a little bit, but it just there is something about being hammered and just sitting on a corner smoking a cigarette with the bros. It again, it goes back to creating great memories and just feeling really good. Again, you can't make habits out of these things, but in moderation, they are very fun. I will gladly take a drunk cigarette any day of the week. I went out for my bro's birthday a couple weeks ago, and I had one of the best nights in a long time. We went out to a few bars. He got his friends, and we got my group of friends. Had a little bit of a crossover episode, and it was a blast. We all had fun, all got pretty drunk, but without overdoing it, and had a safe night overall. They had karaoke in the bar that we were doing, and the whole time the people were just ragging on the people doing karaoke. With all that being said, though, we all know the very obvious negative side effects of alcohol, especially regular use of it. It is quite literally a poison. Like, alcohol is poison. When you drink alcohol, it is poison going through your body. To me, one of the biggest things I will never understand, and I mentioned it a little bit earlier, is the next the next day you feel like dying. That day after you go out drinking entails death. The hangover headache, the sore body, the brain fog. It has not been worth messing up days of my daily routine just to drink and party the night before. Depending how much you drink, recovery can take like maybe 1 to 2 days to start feeling like your normal self again. Unless you're just a tank. Like if you're just built different, then like you got it, bro. But for me, it takes 1 to 2 days, and then just getting back into the swing of things, the daily routine, getting up early and doing the non-negotiables of life to keep your life on track is hard after you go out on a night of drinking. Drinking can wipe you out for a while, and that's what I mean. Like, I don't know how people look forward to that as their weekend. Like, you just go out and get hammered and look forward to get blackout drunk. Like, you're spending that whole weekend recovering. You're clipped. Like, your weekend will not be productive in the slightest. My body hurts after drinking. I don't know why, but days after I drink, my back is sore, my neck is sore. I feel disgusting. I literally feel like I got hit by a truck. It is not worth it. If you were puking the night before, your stomach is hurting. It is doing cartwheels and turning the whole next day. It's hard to eat a meal after you sit there and thrown up your guts all night just from puking. one thing that like one thing that absolutely punched me in the face was realizing how expensive it is. Now, like, I'm not ignorant. I know alcohol is expensive. Like, bars are gonna run up numbers on people going out drinking, but like, being from New York, dude, an average beverage for a beer can range from like $8 to $10. If you're in the city, forget about it, bro. You're paying like 12 to 15 bucks just for one glass of beer. Like, doing that in moderation, yeah, but like, it is crazy. People be running up bands in the bar, just dropping massive tabs, just getting fucked up. There's so many times where like I'm at a Yankees game or just at a sporting event in the city and I'm trying to buy a beer or just get a drink, and it's like minimum $15. It's like, how is one drink of alcohol $15? And the fucked up part is everyone pays for it. They know people are gonna pay for it, so they're gonna keep it that price range anyway. I don't know if you guys heard of it before, but there's also this one other side effect of alcohol. It's low key. No one really talks about it. It's called beer balls. What I mean by that is when you drink, your brain just shuts off any rational decision making that it can possibly process. Your brain is just not susceptible to advice. You simply just want to do everything that people tell you not to do. You want to do it. Any bad decision that comes to your brain, you're just like, yes, that is a great idea. I've seen so many times where people get into stupid altercations or stupid fights because they have way too much confidence because of the alcohol. They say something stupid to a loved one because they're feeling a certain type of way from being too fucked up from alcohol. Just irrational emotional thinking. Like, your emotional intelligence just goes out the window when you're too fucked up. You could say something really out of pocket to someone that you love and it just really hurts their feelings and can cause way too many problems. And that's I've seen it way too many times of people getting into arguments with their girlfriends or their boyfriends for the stupidest things just because alcohol was involved. Or if you see someone eyeballing you the wrong way, you just start pressing them because you have all the confidence in the world that alcohol is completely shutting off your brain, wanting all the smoke possible because you feel they're looking at you a certain type of way. It's like, no, bro, you're in your head from all the alcohol you've been drinking. Like, chill out. Like, that person does not care about you that much to look at you a certain type of way. Now, I'm not talking down to people who drink. I'm not above any of this by any means. Because of the little fiend that I am, anytime someone mentions going out partying or going out to the bar or drinking or just celebrating in any sort of way with alcohol, because of the little fiend that I can be due to my addictive personality, I still just get a shit eating grin on my face when I think about getting fucked up with the boys or like with family members. Like, but I do have the self awareness to not succumb to those urges. I know my personality. I know how I am. For me, I'm either all in or I'm out. Like, I have a lot of goals in life and I don't want to see my potential wasted by succumbing to some sort of substance addiction like I have in the past. Like I mentioned before in previous videos that like I wasted 3 years of my life just getting geeked every day, smoking weed. And there are non-negotiable things that have to be done if you want to reach your goals and be successful. I cannot let certain substances control my life. I have a few rules of thumb when it comes to drinking and having a good time. Number one, it has to be in moderation. Like I'm talking like once in a blue moon type shit, like maybe every couple months. Especially after experimenting the past few months, like I was drinking every single weekend for the past like 3 to 4 months. It has taken away the fun of it and overall made me realize drinking on the regular is a no-go. Like it is exhausting, it drains your pockets. Like I'm not trying to waste days just being hungover trying to recover from the night before. The next one is if I am going to drink, I will not even be getting close to my limit. Like give me a couple beers, maybe some vodka sodas to throw down the hash, and that is it. I do not need a lot. Like being able to remember the night is way more enjoyable than just getting sloshed and falling asleep in the bathroom. This one is the most important one. I will not be doing any drinking if I have a lot to do the next day. You will not catch me drinking during work nights. You will not catch me drinking the day before sporting outing, the day before I have a lot of plans, a lot of things to get done, a lot of things on the agenda. If I have time to chill the next day, at least dedicate a few hours to recovery from the night before. Yeah, sure, I'll go ahead and drink. Other than that, I can't be fucking around. I gotta lock into this life shit. Let me know what you guys think and how you guys try and balance life and having fun at the same time. But with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.